What's going on, guys? I'm Bill and welcome to Bill's How To. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to fix a toilet seat that no longer closes softly. Let's get straight into it, guys. Let's do this. So I've had a lot of people commenting and reaching out asking how do you fix a soft close toilet lid when it no longer closes properly. So you can see there, soft close function isn't working. I'm going to show you guys how to fix that, but before we get started, vast majority of times I honestly replace the toilet seat. By the time it gets to the point where the soft close is no longer working, it's generally an older toilet seat. It's got some wear and tear. It's a very simple and cheap project to do yourself from home. Very, very easy. I've got a lot of videos on how to do that, so check it out if you want to replace your complete toilet seat. If you absolutely love the current toilet seat and you can't live without it, you want to fix your soft close function, I'm going to show you guys how to do that now. So the first thing you want to do is open up your toilet seat and you want to remove the actual toilet seat from the base itself. Now, depending on the style that you have, the concept will be the same, however the process will be slightly different. With this one here, we've got a button on the inside. To completely remove that one there off, you might have a single button, and some other ones just simply need a little bit of force. You lift that up and it'll pop off. In this case here, we press these buttons and that one there will come off. Now I can put this toilet seat here on a side and I'll show you guys a better view. So once you've got the toilet seat off, you can see the toilet lid and the seat are both still connected. We're going to flip it on its back as we've got here. And what we're looking at here is this little section right here. So you can see that opening right there. That there is the piston. One of the pistons will control the soft close on the seat. The other one will control the soft close on the lid. Now, depending on the style, it might be slightly different. You might have a little cover here that conceals everything. So you're going to have to remove that cover in order to gain access. And in very, very rare circumstances, the actual piston is built into the toilet seat. If that's the case and you've got zero access right here, then unfortunately you won't be able to adjust it. But the vast majority of times, it'll be just like this one here, and the concept is exactly the same. So what we're going to do is separate the toilet seat from the actual lid by removing this piston. So if we put a little flathead screwdriver in here, you can see there's a little slot right there. All we're going to do is just simply pry that one there back, and then lift up that seat. So once we've got that one there lifted up, you can see our piston will retract here. Then we can pull the other side. And now we've got access to both of our pistons. So if we just quickly move this one here out of the way, we're going to work on this side here. We'll rotate it over to the side. And what we're looking at here is a little control or little adjustment screw right here. Now, once again, the style might be a little bit different. In this case here, we've got an Allen key that we're going to use to tighten it. In other cases, it might be a screw, so you might need a screwdriver. It just depends. The concept will be exactly the same. Now, what happens over time, this screw here might become loose, and that won't allow enough pressure or resistance inside to actually allow the soft close to work. So what we can do first is take an Allen key, and we're going to tighten this one here up. So to the right, we'll tighten. To the left, we'll loosen. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. All right, so we've got that one there tightened up. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Now with these pistons here as well, we need to make sure that this little opening right here, that little hole that you can see, is facing in the down position. Now this one here is in fixed, so it won't move around, won't rotate. This section here rotates freely. So just make sure when you're reinstalling it that we have that opening facing down. Once again, we'll go to the other side. We'll tighten up this side here as well. If it rotates as it does there, we can take another screwdriver, put that in the opening, and then tighten that one there up. Doesn't need to be super tight. All right, so we've got this one here ready now to be reinstalled. Put it back exactly the way it was. Now remembering this side here is fixed, so the hole stays in the bottom position. This one here rotates around, so just make sure you've got it lined up towards the bottom or facing the bottom. Slide one side in. Make sure that hole's there. A little bit hard to do behind the camera. All right, and you can see this section here is not lined up, so you can see the hole is no longer visible. So we have to open this one here back up. Adjust our hole. Make sure it's facing the right way. One side goes in, retract that piston, and that there is now locked in. So at this point, you can reinstall your toilet seat and check and make sure that your soft close is working. If it's not, there's one more thing that we need to do, but we'll quickly test this one here out. So now we can take the toilet seat and reinstall it back the way it was. So just simply reposition it back on those lugs. Once you've got that one there in place, then you can test it. And you can see now we've got our soft close feature working once again. If you need to make any adjustments, you can control it, remembering that each piston will control a different component. So one piston will control the toilet seat and one will control the lid. Now, if your one is still not working, what you want to do is once again, remove the toilet seat, place it on its back. And once again, we're going to remove the piston. So retract that one there, slide it back. And what we're going to do this time around is we're going to completely remove this grub screw here. So this little screw that's locked everything in place, I might actually pull the whole cylinder out. It might be easier for you guys to see. So this is what the cylinder here looks like, or our little piston. We're going to remove this screw from the end. And if we have a look inside, it's actually filled with grease. Now what this grease does is it creates a bit of tension or resistance on the inside, and that's what actually allows your seat to close down slowly. What happens over time is the grease will fail and you'll need to actually replace that. So simply get some dampening grease and install it back into this little section here, put the screw back on and then tighten it back up. Once you've done that, you can reinstall everything just as we did before, and then your toilet seat will be back in working order. Make sure that you use dampening grease and not household general grease, because it won't do its job as effectively as dampening grease. But once you've got that one there installed, put it back just the way it was, making sure that hole is facing down as we've got here. Line up our other side. Lock that one in place. And then we can reinstall our toilet seat. And once that's done, you've got your toilet seat now working once again with a nice soft close, no more noise. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. You've learned something new. As always, like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Bill. Thanks for watching Billshowto.